Hey everyone, thanks for being here and welcome to the channel. And today we're going to take this piece of Jasper and we're going to carve it into fire. How's that sound, huh? Hey everyone, this is Clayton. And like I said, thanks for being here today and welcome to the channel. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this piece of Jasper and we're going to carve it into a flame of fire. I looked at this Jasper for a while and was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with it, what I wanted to cut. I have two or three big voids here. Let's zoom in on it once. Dental pick of destiny. We've got these. Oh, got the thing upside down. Duh. Got these vugs right here. No, they're not vugs. Well, they might be vugs. But there's crystals inside there. Especially this one. This one has crystals in there. And these two probably do as well. And I'm like, man, I'll definitely have to save those. And the more I looked at it, I started to get this impression of flames. And I'm like, we're going to cut that into flames. Two-sided. So let's get started. I need a pencil, which I didn't get. Because I'm an nincompoop, that's why. Okay. And I want to make this two-sided flames. So what I have to do is find the center point of these sides. You know, these sides are running kind of slanted. We're going to sort of take this side down and angle it up, but I do not want to go past these. So okay, I'm going to give myself some idea of what I want these flames to look like. And I want to sort of follow the flow of this grain that's in there. Okay, so let's see, maybe I can zoom in a little bit. That's better. Okay, and let's see, that's about to there. Yeah, I think we can afford to take off down to that point. Okay, that's pretty much what I want to do with it. I've got nothing that I really want to have right next to me today. Ugh. Okay, so I draw it in with this. Okay, so basically that's what I'm looking at. And then this flame, I'll probably bring this down in here like this. But as of now, I'm gonna have to find, I might as well put some center lines on there if possible. Am I in the camera? Yeah. There's approximately about the center. And carving stone is, well, I thought it would be pretty much like carving wood because I do a lot of wood carving. I did do a lot of wood carving. And that's actually my main experience, has been a wood carver. Okay. All right, so that's about where we want to be. Okay, so I'm going to take that over in the wheel and we'll bring this down to there. So meet me at the wheel. Okay, so let's take this down. Boy, that's some loud stuff. yeah, that's some hard Jasper. It's going to be fun to carve. I can never decide to pick something out easy, can I? No. Why would I ever do that? Why would I choose to do something easy when I can do something that's just going to aggravate me? I will try to get as much as I can done on the wheel here. Much of it I'm going to probably have to do by hand on the grinder. Well, not on the grinder. This is the grinder. I'll have to do it by hand on the grinding apparatus. Okay, I'm getting that pretty close to what I need. This super hard inside angle here. That one's going to be a little bit on the tricky side. Sorry about that. I keep taking it out of the view of the camera. Okay, now this side should not be too bad. I'm going to smooth it up to the center point. I got an idea how this is supposed to look in my head. But if you look in my head, you're not going to like what you see because there's crazy stuff in there. One thing about carving things, you can take some artistic license with it. It doesn't have to be symmetrical either because flames are never symmetrical. Nature is not symmetrical either. I mean, yes, it is symmetrical, but it's not really symmetrical. Okay, I think I'm going to round this edge over here. This is sort of the back. This is something new. I've never done this before, but hey, I've never done anything that I did for the first time before. Isn't that a coincidence? When I think about it, I can probably do most of the carving on this until I get down to the separation of the two flames. I just don't want to get rid of these thingies right here. It's awfully close to the edge. Awfully close. It's actually starting to come together a little bit. Let's round over this back a little more. I don't even really know what kind of dome it's going to have on it. Look, a duck, a bird head. It's a bird head. Maybe I should just continue and make a bird head. Maybe I should just stick to the plan. Leroy Jenkins. I think I can get most of this shaped nicely on here before I go over to actually have to do what little bit of carbon there is on it. Oh, is that breaking off? What the bloody... Oh! Alright, that's ticking me off here. I gotta redo that edge. Oh, breaking some more. Okay, this is getting on my wick here. Okay, gotta go to plan B here. I think plan B is gonna be, we're gonna shut this water off. And head over to this wheel that's not as aggressive. I don't want to be tearing off pieces of the stuff while I'm doing it. I guess that aggressive wheel is too aggressive for any type of thin work. I should have known that. Why didn't you say something? It could be a little bit longer on this one, but I don't think it'll be tearing my pieces parts off. Okay, we got an edge that's going pretty good. This inner curve, I'm going to have to probably do that by hand. Not by hand, but with the other equipment. I really got to get this nick out of there. How much is that nick? Oh, it's getting there. I'm just going to have to wear it down. And it's starting to show. Just don't want to wear down my edge and my stone. Nah, not stone, the wheel. Oy, ay, ay, ay. Okay, it's starting to come along pretty good. This inside curve, like I said, is going to be a little bit of a challenge. But we are up for the challenge. And most of that edge, that nick is gone. Focus. There's just two little gnarlies there, and this is actually coming along nice, I think. Got down into a different layer of stuff that makes it look like it's actually chipped there, but it's not. I'm just going to have to round this over more, which could take a while. Okay, I'm sort of done on the wheel for a while. That took a little bit longer than I expected, but I didn't know what to expect. So here's what we have so far. Okay, I've got this rounded off somewhat. As you can see, this side actually a little bit better. We still have a flat top on there, but some of that's going to be going away. And you can see sort of where I want that. Oh, my marks are still there. And that's where I want that flame to come up. Sort of follow these lines. So I'm going to have to remark this. Remarkable! Mark it with the pencil first. We're going to keep this line, which is on there already. I think we're going to come up here like this. And go to there. So I'll remark this up to there. And this up to that point. Or do we want to maybe make it more aggravating and make it swirly? Maybe we'll just stick with that nice rounded flame for a moment. Now I'm going to have to transfer this to the other side. Yay. Okay, that looks pretty close to what we want. Okay, so that's about what we're going to get there. I'm not going to go too crazy on this detail here, because it'll be setting on something and look like that. And hopefully it'll be flames. I think that looks nice there. I'd opened up that hole a little bit. Exposed some more stuff in there. So now I'm going to have to get the carving set out. So don't go away. All right, we're back, and if you're wondering what this thing is, this is my carving station. I haven't tried, well, I've used it, but I haven't tried it out a whole heck of a lot yet. So first thing we're going to do is get the water going and see what we can do here. Yep, there it is. Okay. All right, hopefully you can see what all is going on here. I just made this thing not too long ago and haven't really tried it out too much. I haven't had much to carve. But today we're going to give her a good workout. I can also mount this in there so that it holds it still. Then I move the piece around it. But to be honest, I sort of like moving the hand piece and keeping the rock semi-still. Well, I like to be able to move them both. Okay, you see that's cutting a nice groove in there. And my water is dying. Just what we don't need. As long as I got a drip, I guess that'll work. Alrighty, I had to get the water going a little bit. Unplugged it up. You see I got a nice groove cut in there, which I don't think I'm going to get too much deeper than that. Now I can start rounding this. Well, I'm going to take this off here. I need to change the hoo-ha hickey here for it. Okay, got that changed. Got plenty of water now. Okay, let me see about getting this down to that. Oh, this is cutting there pretty nicely. Can't be pushing real hard on this, I guess. You got to go slow and steady with it. That seems to be rounding that off nicely. When I say nicely, I mean slow as the dickens, but hey, we'll get there. Yeah, that seems to be coming along nicely. Now I'll work on this side a little bit. Very subtle looking angle there. Now maybe I better just start on this side a little bit. Alrighty, I'm sort of done with the initial stages of the carving. See if you can see what's going on here. I've got these rounded over pretty well. Same way with this one. This side actually has a better round to it. And now, well, I guess we're going to take it over to the wheel and go over that with a finer, well, probably with the 1200 100 grit, and see what happens then. So, meet you at the wheel. Well, as you can see, we're not at the wheel because we're here now. And the reason we're here now is because somebody didn't press the button correctly and record it. So let's do a little recap of what you missed. I went over and I ran this across the 600 and the 1200 grit wheel, and I pretty much polished it up, except for like these inside curves and around this edge. So we're going to do that by hand with some tools. So let me get that all out for you here. I'll put this down so that we don't get everything gnarlied up on the bench here. I might not even have to use this. Ooh, this is filthy. The bloody... Yeah, we'll just use this. We'll just use this. This is a silicone mat that I bought for the purpose of, well, not getting it gnarlied up. Okay? And what I'm going to use here is, we got some 500 grit sandpaper. I have some parts that I had laying about. And I got some tools made up that I use for, stones. If I have a stone and I need to just touch up a tiny area, sometimes I can just... Okay, this is a dowel, and it has that craft foam, just the thin stuff, that has the adhesive backing on it. And that you can wrap the sandpaper around, and that gives you a very nice surface for doing, especially these inside curves like this. And this, get off of there, is another cushioned stick. This one has a 90-degree edge, which is sort of a 90-degree edge. Once you get it put on there, hold that on there tight. And then you have sort of a rounded edge that you can fit the sandpaper around, and like a curved area, it will go in there. You may have to hold it like, oh, I have to put it towards the end. Yeah. Somewhat like that. And then the other end is a square edge. I don't often use this one. I just redid these. Most of the time I just use the flat edge corners like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is start working this inside edge. And I will definitely need this thing for it. I put that on there like so, and a little bit of schmutz. And this is pretty simple. I mean, duh. It's like using sandpaper on wood. You're going to sand this down. And I don't know what really to say about that. It's just somewhat of a longer process. Okay, and your piece is big enough, it helps it to hold it against the tabletop, and do your cutting. But the thing is, you don't want it to get dry, mainly because you don't want the dust. I mean, you're not really cranking out really hard, or you're not really cranking out a lot of speed here, so you're not going to heat up the stone. So that's not really an issue, but what the issue is, you don't want that dust coming up. And you can always get a little container. Here, I'll show you that too. This is the container that I usually drill in. And you can get a little bit of water in that. Depending on the size of your thing, you could use a bigger container too, and then you can like dunk it in there. And this just takes time. That is the biggest issue with doing the stone this way. It takes time. If you've seen some of the other videos, you'll see that, you know, when I don't even have a stone that's dopped. You know, you take the dop stick with the stone on it and over the sandpaper. Same thing you're doing here. This is the same as this, except you're moving the sandpaper and holding the stone still. This piece of sandpaper was kind of worn. And you could do the entire stone this way, but I wouldn't recommend it just because it's going to take forever. You know, get yourself some napkin of destiny. Take a look at it every so often. You see we're starting to get all this gnarly out of there. We've got a big divot here. It's actually polishing up pretty nice. And then we'll get back to that, but I want to do some of this in here, so we're going to have to get different shaped paper. And you don't have to have a huge piece of paper, sandpaper, for this. I mean, I could go with that. Okay. Dip, dip, dip. Water, water, water. And we're going to get inside that groove there. Bring it more towards the end. There it is. When you're doing it this way, you're going to eat that end up a little bit quicker. You know, you're going to wear this down faster because you are, you know, concentrating your polishing on that specific area. And since there's not a lot of detail in this, you don't have to be too careful about you know, cutting away your any details that you put in there, because this is more just a sloping angle or sloping curve. Let's just see what that little bit has done. Okay, you can see it's starting to work on that pretty nicely there. So what you do is you just keep polishing it. Polishy, polishy, polish. I recommend get yourself some nice music that you like to listen to. Put it on and just figure you're going to be here for a while. Now, if I had some burrs that had like Nova points on it, I could do this in a couple of minutes. But I don't have any of those right now. And all the burrs that I have are super rough. So we're going to do it this way, because that's how we roll here. Okay, we're jumping ahead a little bit here, actually quite a lot, to this point. And you can see that the stone is polished, cut, polished, and on a nice little stand. You see, make it look like a flame coming out of like a matchstick or something along that lines. And the reason we're here is, well, I was going to make this a two-part video where I made this, finished polishing this, made this base, stuck it on there, and blah, 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 blah. But guess what? The last two files, video files, they got corrupted, and I can't retrieve them. Yeah. So we're going to have to jump ahead to where it's actually done. So maybe we'll take a little bit closer look at this. I have it in the thing. You can see it's shined up pretty good. If I'd had some better tips, I might have been able to get that a little bit better. Well, I'm sure I could have got it a little bit better if I'd have had better tips. And actually, I'm going to make another video where I can show you how to make... Oh, wait. I don't want to forget. I got these holes in there that I was able to keep. And there is some druzy. There's a little druzy pocket there. Yeah, you can somewhat see it. But I have a video where I'm going to show you how to make sanding discs to put, not discs, but like sanding spindles to put on the, maybe that goes in this way. Yeah, sanding spindles to put on the Dremel to do this so you don't have to do it by hand. But here we go. Here is the flames of destiny. So if you like, take a look. So if you like what part of the video you could actually see, you know, I don't need to go there first. I want to go here first. So this stone is definitely a win. So now, if you like the video, subscribe, like, hit the button, do all that stuff down there, and I will be back with more videos, hopefully ones that don't get corrupted and are lost forever in the annals of time and cyberspace. So once again, oh, and don't forget, check out my other channel. I got stuff on there. It's pretty cool. I think you'll like it. So thanks for spending some time with me, and have a good evening.